Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Well, we're heading out to work on the Trailblazer. 11:45 today. And another slow motor and go. But this is the question. This is the corner. If any of you had questions about what was supposed to be done here, there is a turning lane here to where you can stop and wait. And you see right there, do not enter. He should have stopped, waited, then he could have turned right here like this and been on the correct side of the road. But when I looked back, he had stopped out here at the driveway, so as you can tell in the video, he really revved the heck out of his bike, so maybe might have broke it, because yeah, he was stopped right in here last night. So but yeah, what an interesting way to end the day yesterday. Whoa, we're zoomed in yet. Sorry about that. Yep, we're heading out on the Trailblazer. I've been thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. I'm not pulling the body, but I can't get a full 360 degrees rotation out of it. So what my thinking is now, I'm going to possibly pull the head off, see if I can get that piston out of the way, so I can at least get that done. Then get the piston pulled up out of the way. And then I can rotate the motor to get to the torque convertibles. And I know putting a new motor in, it's going to be more of a problem, but because the new motor is going to be complete, we're not opening that one up. So anyway, I'm going to get to there and get in the shop and see what we're going to do next. Okay, it wasn't really what I wanted to do, but that was the only way I was going to be able to get that line up out of the way far enough and not have a problem. So now that just really opened this up there. I just got a couple more wires to unhook there on the side of the block I found last night. And I need the valve cover off this motor for the replacement motor. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to work on taking the head off and getting that out of here. I am not going to worry about timing or whatever, because this motor is completely junk. So I guess I'm going to start ripping the valve cover and the top side of the motor off, and that gives us a smaller chunk to pull out then. Yeah, and I'm glad to see some oil and that on that differential, that you guys can see it, because I hope that and that one over here comes out fine. So if not, those are expensive 4x4 parts, I found out. So alright, I guess we're going to open her up and pull the head off. I'm at least going to save the head, hopefully, and have a spare head. Alright, okay, let's crack this one open. Don't look so bad down in there. Definitely had some, it was time, that's for sure. Yeah, this one was leaking oil. It's full of water right now, rainwater. All right. Wow, this here is dirty, that cam phaser. And yeah, we're just going to have to pop those off, get that off, and not even worry. So, alright, well, I'm going to pull the cams out of this and keep on going. Boy, I'm so glad I am not doing a head gasket job on this thing. Let's see, help you guys. Watch and listen. So far, dang, guess what that just did? Dang. So far, every single one has done that. They've all snapped off. Here, I'll show you. Okay. Oh, this one made a liar out of me. So far, okay, well then. Look how much they did. Oh, wow, we can you guys see that? How did that hold? Look at that. You can see through the bolt. See that? How did that hold long enough to come out? Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's see which other ones. Was it? Did we get lucky again? So far I got 2 in the block. Not that it's going to matter because this block's junk. Again, snapped almost all the way through. You just, okay, I haven't done that one. Oh, that one snapped. See, snapped clear off. That one snapped clear off. All right. Excuse me. Oh, that one is. That one snapped off. That didn't sound good. Ooh! Guess what? Nah, that's probably the mechanic's worst nightmare to hear, is that snapping. So, alright. As I was saying, that's the mechanic's worst sound to hear, I would think, because that means you're doing bolt removal. Okay, that's a 8 or 10. Just throw the chain down in there. Boy, the chain tensioner about cut through on both of them. She was getting some wear to her. I wonder if I got to remove that. Okay. Oh yeah, we got metal filings laying right there, so. Alright, well, I want to continue the snap off bolts or whatever. Yeah, I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6 more to go. And then 2 down in here. And then I gotta get the exhaust and all that crap off, but alrighty. Jeez, this damn phone. Okay, here's a little update on the gray truck. I might try and sell some tools or sell something. A friend of mine already found a frame through a salvage yard down in Kentucky for $1,100 delivered. I'm like, delivered? He said, delivered. Holy crap, I can't beat that. Even with the $1,100 frame, that truck is I'm still in that truck cheaper than buying another one. So now when I think about it, like I said, I got my old construction tools I'm not using a lot of. I might try and liquidate some stuff to get that frame bought, get it here so we can get that gray truck back together. because what I'm planning on doing is using that flatbed my buddy and I built, throw this gray box away because it's got a little more rust than what I thought. Because the floor pans in this gray truck are good. The rockers are the problem, but we can replace the rockers. The front end has no rust in it, so while the cab's off, I can put the motor and tranny and all that in, and so then set the body back down and hook everything up, and we'd have a good running truck. And while it's apart, I'm going to replace the brake lines too, unless the brake, well, it depends on what's all on the frame. So now I'm on a mission. Well, I'm always on a mission to find money, but now I'm really on a mission to find some money to get a frame home, so I can get that built before this winter. So I'm just taking a break, and I am so glad, because every single bolt has broke. There's probably a half a dozen bolts stuck in the block. I don't know how they think you would ever get those out being broke off, but I am so glad this is a junk block. I've just got a couple more bolts and then the exhaust manifold, and then I'm going to have to back up to the door and start throwing in scrap parts in the back of my truck. So I'm going to sit down, cool off. It's cool in here, but boy, breaking those bolts, I worked up a sweat. So alright, I'm really starting to hate this vehicle. Went to do the exhaust nuts off the pipe. Thought there was only 2 of them. Well, there's 3 of them. 2 you can get to. 1 came off, 1 stripped. The other I can't get on. So I had to let it back down. Undo all the exhaust bolts. Some broke off in it, which that's happened on the other one. Back one's rusted off. Really poor design, I'll tell you. Head should come off. It's loose, but it's not coming. I gotta sit down and take a break. This towel is just soaked, and it's not that hot in here. I don't remember the last time I sweated like this and why. And it's cooler. Oh, my hair's even soaked. Losing weight, ain't I? Losing weight. But yep, all the bolts broke. Some of them come out of the block, some of them didn't. Just a freaking mess. My hopes is when I take the head off, I can get the piston up and out of the way. So, oh boy, oh boy. This is taking a lot longer than what I wanted. I am soaked through. Wow, it's been a long time since I've sweated like this. You guys going swimming in that and been sitting in the the sauna must be starting to make a difference. Anyway, I'm just going to cool off here, and I got a plug on the front. I think I got 2 bolts. I think those chain tensioners is what's holding the head. I think I got to pull the plugs out of the front of the head, and then I can take those out, and I think the head will come off. So head's ready to come off. So now when I get the motor out, and I got to fix that stupid exhaust. It's running down behind my ears. Jeez. And it's cooler. What the heck? When it was that hot, I didn't even sweat this bad. So, alright. Alright, I'll try not to block it too much, but I think we got her loose. Plastic plugs here, and you got 2 bolts there. Take off 2. Yep, she's loose. Whew! That's not no light piece of aluminum, I'll tell you that. Holy crud. Wow. Okay. Here, I got better yet. Aluminum's usually sharp. Holy moly. Tight gasket. Was looking good in this for 200,000. Piston in questioning. Holy crap. Oh, whoa, ho, 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 wait. This freaking hose and I are going to go the rounds big time. Okay. Wait till you see this, boys and girls. Yeah, she's junk. Let's see if we can see this together. Okay. Think we got a problem, Houston? Wow. Okay, well, I gotta figure out how to fish that piston up out of there so I can turn the crank over. That's what all this is for, is to be able to turn the crank over to get the torque converter bolts. And you guys just see me lift that head. Look at me. That's what I'm fighting. Anyway. Okay. Well, I want to give a shout out to a guy named Andrew Skodis. S-K-O-D-I-S. I think I hopefully said that name right, and hopefully I didn't butcher it. He contacted me on Facebook. He's a fellow diabetic. And he likes turning wrenches too. And he gave me a couple ideas, and that, and as you could hear, the lawnmower just scared the crap out of my cousin's wife. She reached in to open the door, and I said hello, and she about went through the she didn't realize I was in here working. And we were sitting here talking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to lift it up, see if I can take the oil pan off this thing and get that down, because Andrew was telling me, can you drive it up or whatever? And I said, then cousin's wife, talking to her, I got thinking, you know, I seen a video where a guy had pulled the oil pan off, and I'm like, yeah, then I could get in there and drive the piston up. And I got thinking, wait a second, I get the oil pan off, I'm at the flywheel. So now I'm going to raise this thing up, see how much of a pain in the butt that's going to be to get the oil pan out. If it's not going to be too bad, I'm going to drop the oil, and I guess I'll tear into the front wheels, tear them off, and tear the suspension apart, get the front axles out, and then we're going to drop the oil pan, and then I'll be right there at the flywheel, and then I'll be at the piston that I maybe possibly could drive up and finish rotating the crankshaft. So that might be the thing. Whew. Okay, I will close the door. I thought it was a little cooler outside, but yeah, I'm going to close it. The heat's coming in pretty fast, I can feel that. So, and I'm already sweating bad enough. Whew. Okay. Yeah, it's a little hotter. So, I guess we'll raise this dirty dog up and see what happens. Well, heck, I haven't given you guys a reason, so I'll go ahead and do it. I still need one of these. Hell, I need this. What if he changes places? take a look once. What the heck? Okay. Well, that may not be. What do you guys see? You don't see much. It blurred out on us. Come on. Come on, Sony, hang in there. No, it's too dark. I don't think that's going to be an option for me, boys and girls. I thought this may be a bolted in, but I'm afraid if I take too much of this apart, I won't have part of the suspension on the floor. How crap knockers. Yeah, I said that. How in the heck did that guy get that oil pan out of that one? Wow. Does all this come apart? Didn't that come out? If that did, that's going to be a tight fit too. Hey, while we're here, or maybe not. We gotta get that unplugged too. All right. Okay. Anybody want to buy a Trailblazer? All right. Well, that popped out pretty easy. Front drive shaft did. Took it clear out of there so I wouldn't have to fight it. And there is no taking the oil pan off on this thing. Not without pulling out the rack and a lot of extra work. It's down to the point where I might have to put this off till Sunday and try and get some help lined up. It's coming down, we're going to have to pull the tranny and the transfer case, and then we can slide that back, have a great big mess, and then finish pulling the motor. I mean, it's so freaking close. I could not get the oil pan off, and once I realized, oh yeah, the steering rack's in the way. I don't. If I'm going to pull all that, I just will pull the motor and pull the tranny, and I see where lifting the body off this would have been the prime thing to do, because then you could lift up on the motor, separate it a little bit, and then reached in there and got those stupid torque converter bolts. But I've even exposed the bottom side of the access hole through the back of the motor there on the bottom. It's formed in the oil pan. There's an access hole for it, and I cannot get any of the bolts to come close enough to be able to undo them in one of the holes. So with that, I think it's time to load up some parts I need to take over to the farm. So this valve cover here, I got to get that cleaned up, and then we can install that on that one over there, because that motor's going to go in whole somehow. And I can see we're having the motor and the transmission and the transfer case out of this. This is where I wish I was able to go to the store to buy the hydraulic jack I need to finish that transmission left. Because we could just take in, no, we'd have to take it all the way out. We could just take the tranny and transfer case out. Transfer case you can manhandle. Transmission, not so much. But as you, like I said, with the transmission, we're going to have my big catch pan over here, because as soon as you pull the transmission back, the freaking torque converter is going to dump all that tranny fluid. Oh. like I said, now I gotta fix the stupid exhaust bolts. Yeah. Well, I got one nut I gotta get off and at least replace, but and then again, here's the problem. Oh, battery's flashing at me, so I gotta go. See y'all later. Big guys can't fit in tight places, so see you later.